I used to think becoming her was a destination, but I've learned the becoming never stops.
This is me becoming her. This is me becoming her. Yeah. Unapologetic.
Welcome to the final episode of season 1. Yes, y'all heard me right. Season 1 of Becoming Her. You might need a journal, but get your cup and turn on the TV. Come on, let's watch. Before we get into it, I just want to start off by saying this took a lot of, I don't even want to just say courage, but like vulnerability, discipline to create this series for you all. I knew to take content creation serious, I needed a series. I didn't know the series was going to dig so deep and be so good to me and to y'all. Like, I just appreciate every comment, every like, people that message me on the side, email me on the side, because every time somebody replied wasn't always, visible to the chat. But I appreciate every encouraging word, everybody that acknowledged the Becoming Her series, because I know a lot of people do these types of series. I don't know how deep some people get, but this was real for me, okay? Even though it was mapped out and there was a strategy to how I related to y'all to some extent, but in the moment, those posing questions that y'all see in my journal oftentimes, it pulls out an emotion that you can't plan or rehearse. You just can't. Like I said, I have topics, but this was beyond healing. Like, I'm still healing, as you all know. And I also wanted to clarify, like, this series wasn't about a relationship or marriage. It was about me. Okay, it was about the women like me who go through life and we still have to keep going and do all of the things and focus on us. You know what I mean? So I hope that this series did something for you all the way it did for me. And I hope y'all stay along for the journey, because there will be a season 2. There will be a season 2, right? We have to update at some point this year. But 2026 feels amazing. I feel good. I hope the people around me feel the energy. I know I've said that before, but this is just my thank you to y'all before we get into it. Okay, let's go. So let's just start it. The becoming never stops. So like, I want us as women to not define us evolving or us in a season like us growing is ever going to stop. Like, we're constantly evolving. The moment you stop evolving, the moment you should get worried. Okay, because you should always want to learn. You should always want to grow. You should always want to better yourself to some capacity. Some may think that I changed, but I really just reflecting on it. I didn't lose myself. I feel like I met who I was, met who I was trying to get to. And I see a vision and a version of me even beyond, like in my 50s or whatever it may be. So yeah. So I will tell y'all, this version of me did cost me something. It did. It caused me to get a little uncomfortable. It caused me to get a little, out of myself. I know I come across as a very outgoing, vibrant person, extrovert, but like digging deep into who I was not typically who I was. You get what I'm saying? Not being afraid to talk about my feelings. That wasn't, who I was. Like, I was just very surface level, not in a sense like I couldn't be deep, but like, you just saw the happy, joyful side of me. Who I was. The person starting this journey, starting Becoming Her, was still finding clarity. I had moved past some other feelings, but I definitely was still trying to figure it out. I mean, I'm still figuring out life. Like, it never ends, right? But that's who I was at the beginning of this series, back at the beginning of January, the end of December. Like, just like, where is this going to take me? How deep is this going to get? Who I was somebody that held back sometimes my feelings and like not quite expressing myself to people around me or my loved ones. Who I was somebody that was afraid of disappointment or afraid of not being put together at all times. Who I was somebody that was afraid of what I had in my mind of life in the future to change, to not be what I thought it was going to be, okay? Who I was somebody holding it together publicly but falling apart privately. Who I was protecting people that didn't deserve my protection. Who I was faking the funk, okay? But she was surviving. And I'm grateful for her, to be honest, because I learned a lot from her. And she got me to where we are today. The turning point. What changed? Y'all already know. We already talked about this therapy. Therapy did a lot of it, and renewing my faith with God. It just, the turning point and the change in that all happened the summer of 2024 is when it started. But the real hit happened 2025, okay? When I stopped performing strength and trying to be the strong friend all the time. The moment I chose peace over stop trying to prove myself to somebody. And honestly, the moment I decided that I deserve more, I always said that and felt like I did, but like my actions didn't equate to what I was saying. Okay. So the moment that was a big turning point, was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I deserve more in my relationship. I deserve more in friendships. I deserve more in just how people treat me. And again, a big turning point was getting to the root of my faith. You know what I mean? I feel like just through life, my religion and my faith relationship with God was very regimented or routine. Like, okay, I went to church. Okay, I read the Bible. Okay, I went to some of the conferences, but was I really praying deep? Was I really building a relationship with him? I think the moment that I took off the prettiness, the prettiness of Christianity and really got with it, a lot of things shifted in my life. My confidence. When you know you have him in your corner, can't nobody tell you nothing. I'm just saying. Another part of the turning point, like I said, was therapy and actually doing the work. I think I took it serious because I just really wanted to understand, why was I being treated a certain way and why was I treating people. I needed to understand that, okay? And she did that for me. Another thing that was a big turning point, which we discussed in episode 7 with a lot of tears, was my daughter's watching me through all of this, losing my job, through my marriage, through my ups and downs, through finding myself, through trying to figure it all out. Like, them watching me was like my other aha moment. Another big turning point, to be honest, was the shift in my platforms, the shift in the engagement that I was receiving from me. Stop trying to be this like influencer, this cookie cut. I don't know if it was cookie cutter, but like trying to follow what you see instead of just being authentically me, right? So like, I'm not super aesthetic, but I am a vibrant person. Like, that's just who I am. So like, it could seem very commercial like, but it's really me. Like, it's really me. So I think also seeing the shift and seeing like, oh, I can really just do me, be me. And if you like it, you like it. If I'm too much, I'm too much for you. Okay. And that's fine. That's fine. Because for me, becoming her wasn't about a glow up or, all of that. It was about setting boundaries and connecting with other women who might be feeling similar ways that I've been feeling. And I do think it's something to us millennials. We've been through some things. And Gen X too. I just feel like our generation has... we've been through so much, and a lot of us are in this second phase of life, and it's not even just remotely about relationship, just in general. Like, a lot of us are pivoting in our careers. A lot of us are figuring out, where we are. A lot of us have kids that are growing up. So yeah, that part. Who I am now, and I'm gonna read these because y'all know I journal. So these, when y'all see this is a big deal. But anyways, who I am now. Get it together, Alicia. I'm not surface level. If you're looking for a surface level conversation, I might not be the friend for you. She is softer, but still strong. And when I say strong, I don't mean like, I got to take out all the trash, even though I do that. But it's a different level of strong strength with my softness. She is rooted in her faith. She is no longer begging to be chosen. She is financially and emotionally intentional. Ooh, that's a big one. That is a big one. She is protective. I was trying not to cry this episode. She is protective of her peace. I don't know what it is about the word peace. I just, like I have said so many times in so many of these episodes, I just didn't realize how important peace is to a person. Yes, she is very protective of her peace at all costs. She is present as a mother. Yes, I am. This is a big season for us, and it's actually a little overwhelming, all the emotions. But she is very protective and present of her motherhood. She is honest of her growth. I can't sugarcoat it, y'all. Like, this is real time. Okay, these episodes were filmed like a week before you see them, but this is real life. This is real life growth. This is real. So I saw this little, I don't know if it's a quote. It was a phrase. I don't know. I don't know what you want to call it, but it said, "I am not the woman who tolerates. I am the woman that chooses." Ladies, we are not just tolerating anything, okay? And that's, again, becoming her and all the things that I discussed. It's not just about a man or a relationship. This is life. This is real things. These are encounters with all types of people in different walks of your life, right? We are not just tolerating, we are choosing. We are choosing, okay? Okay. And to my daughters, when and if y'all ever see this, I hope you see that leaving or ending something isn't failure. I hope you saw that women can rebuild and be okay. I hope you saw and understand that I cried and I still got up. I also hope you saw the strength in softness, the strength in not having to do everything all the time. I also hope you see the strength in sharing and getting things off your chest. It gets a weight off your shoulders. Hold on, did y'all hear that? Getting stuff off your chest is a weight off your shoulder. And to you girl, who's watching this and you in the middle of it, okay? You stressed, you tired, you may even be embarrassed. Trust me, I get it. And I just want you to know it's not too late. It's never too late to restart, to pivot, to adjust. Acknowledge the season that you're in. This series was never all about me. It was about reminding you that you're allowed to evolve. And it's okay to do it publicly. You can do it and everybody can see that you evolving. And yes, she's still becoming her because the becoming never stops. Cheers to us. Cheers to y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of us. We did it. But there will be a season 2. There will be a season 2. Because the becoming never stops. Because I trust who I'm becoming. Cheers.
Watch me emerge. This here my chapter.